So I'm just going to start making videos and talk about the things that I want to talk about, the things that I love, which are mostly music, film, and books. And so this is just going to be what I've been up to recently, what I've been watching, reading, listening to. I know that when I get into specifics, I may lose some people because the films that I'm interested in, they don't really have the same audience as the books that I read or the music that I listen to, but this is what I like and this is what's happening, and stay tuned anyway, I guess. But if you just want to like watch film stuff, then that's fine. Or if you just want to watch book stuff, that's fine too. And then same thing goes for music. So I plan on making more videos after this. But right now I'm just going to bombard you with like all these things that I've been into lately and what I've been doing. So first we'll start off with movies and TV shows, which I have a list here so that I can remember some that I don't have. First here I have Beauty and the Beast, directed by Jean Cocteau from 1946. This is French. This is my favorite Beauty and the Beast. Wait, is it? Oh my god, I do really love the cartoon. The Disney cartoon. The Disney animation. I don't know, but this comes really close, probably. It doesn't have songs, but I think the direction is really good. I like the way that Jean Cocteau uses techniques that he used in like the 20s, and he continues with those techniques in the rest of his films. This one, Orpheus, which I think is 1950? I think it's 1950. Those are the two that I like the most. Yeah. I'm not going to go too much into detail with everything, just because, again, I'm just bombarding you with all these things that First time I watched the Beauty and the Beast live action remake from last year with Emma Watson. That one was alright. Like, I don't think I'll watch it again, but I did enjoy it. And then I also watched the 2014 French live action remake of Beauty and the Beast. That one's with Léa Seydoux. I don't know the directors of either of those Beauty and the Beast adaptations, but I did also watch those. Those ones were for the first time. And so the other rewatch I have here is Belle de Jour, directed by Louis Buñuel from 1967. French film. I love this film. I actually feel like watching it again, even though I just watched it last week. Yeah. Let's see. That one, in short, is a married woman decides to become a prostitute, a high-end prostitute, high-end, to be able to open up sexually with her husband. Yeah. And then, so everything else I watched for the first time. We have here Breaking the Waves, directed by Lars von Trier from 1996. This one's in English with strong Scottish accents. I had to get used to the accents at first. This one was also really interesting. I like the sort of character study and conflict the main character has with religion and this relationship she has with her husband. Again, I'm being very kind of vague about things. And then we have Inside Llewyn Davis, directed by the Coen brothers from 2013. This one I think I would like better upon a rewatch. I just thought it would have a little bit more plot. I haven't seen too many Coen brothers films. I do really like everyone's voices were so good. And the scene, Justin Timberlake's character, the main character, Llewyn Davis, played by Oscar Isaac, and Adam Driver's character, when they're like recording the song, that part's hilarious. That part's really funny. Also, I really love Carey Mulligan. She's also in that film. And then the last movie that I own is Muriel, or The Time of Return, directed by Alain, which I tried to say in a really strong French accent there. This is French, from 1963. Sorry about the glare. The lighting is not very good right now, just because it's like 2 a.m., so I deal with it, I guess. I'm also trying to I'm using my phone to film. I'm trying to figure out the best placing, but hopefully soon-ish maybe, I can get a good camera specifically one with a tripod. There we go. I was like, what's the word? Yeah, Muriel. I think this is another one that I would like better upon a rewatch. There were some scenes that I thought could be taken out, as well as the editing was kind of weird. The editing was kind of weird, I guess. Just the scenes would there were some scenes that kind of like replayed and then like jumped around as if, I don't know if that was on purpose or if it was just like different takes of that scene. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I explained that well. This is basically about this woman whose like past lover comes to stay and visit her, and it brings up the past. And then there's other characters too, but I'm being brief about things. So then the rest of the films that I saw for the first time I watched on Netflix. The first one is Emma from 1996. This is, I also watched the miniseries, like the BBC miniseries, and I don't know which one I prefer. I think Gwyneth Paltrow did a much better job. I like her for the role of Emma, but it's hard to compare the two right now. I don't have to compare them. I'm just moving on. I watched Christine from 2016, I'm pretty sure, and this is about Christine. Oh my god, I'm forgetting her last name. Chubbuck? It sounds similar to that. Well, she's the news reporter who, in the 70s, she basically committed suicide on live air. And this was an interesting kind of just look at her life and the struggles that she was dealing with, especially at the time. I think it was just all colliding, and thus, for some reason, she thought that committing suicide or attempting to commit suicide was the choice in her life, for her career as well. Experimenter. This is from 2015, I think. I don't know why I'm insisting on saying the years if I'm not exactly sure, but I'm like 99% sure on the years here. Experimenter, which is about Stanley Milgram. This one was shot, interestingly, I don't know the director of these ones that I have just on this list here. This one's about Stanley Milgram, who was Yale or Harvard professor of psychology or social psychology. The experiment with the shocks. I'm not going to get into it. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's a famous study. It's a famous experiment, but it was shot interestingly because it was like a documentary in a way, because he would just like look at the camera and start talking and telling you things, and then he would just walk down the hallway and he would just be saying things. And then there are also parts when it was just like a blatant green screen, you can tell, and then it was the photo of like the house that they were going to, or the living room that they're supposedly sitting in, but it was like a black and white photograph of the living room or the house that they were going to. And so the direction was interesting. I think it worked for the film, but I don't know if it had a different subject. I don't think it would have worked as well. And then Boys Don't Cry. This one's not on Netflix. I got it like on the disc through the mail from Netflix. That one just made me cry at the end. I was just bawling. And that one is, I don't know the director's name, but it's a woman. And that film's from 1999, I think. So those are the movies. A couple of TV shows I'm watching currently are Girls and Parenthood. I finished Gilmore Girls completely, finally, and now I've moved on to Lauren Graham's the next show she did after Gilmore Girls, which is Parenthood, and I'm enjoying that. These are the movies and shows I've been watching, and now books. Brace yourself here. I'm reading the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. So this is the second book, City of Ashes, and this is the third book, City of Glass. These are part of the Shadowhunter Chronicles. I'm not going to get too much into it, but basically the Mortal Instruments series is one of currently 3 series, all within the Shadowhunter Chronicles. And so the next book, actually, I'm reading them in publication order. So that's the best way to read the books, all the Shadowhunter books. So you're not spoiled, so you have so you can enjoy it the most, I guess. I don't know. That's what a lot of people suggest, including Cassandra Clare, the author herself. So the next book that I'm actually going to be reading is called Clockwork Angel, and that's the first book of the Infernal Devices trilogy, even though there's 3 more books in the Mortal Instruments series. But this is like cheesy, tropey YA fantasy, basically. Which is, I know that the people who are interested in reading these, or who have read these, are not the people who are going to be watching Muriel or The Time of Return, a French film from 1963. But I'm one of those people who's doing both. Then a couple of nonfiction books I'm reading are American Isis, The Life and Art of Sylvia Plath by Carl Rollison. This one is the 3rd Sylvia Plath biography I've read, so a lot of it's a lot of it's review information. There are some parts that I'm really liking the way it's written, but then there are other parts that I feel like there's too much opinion in the sentences, so kind of iffy, but I like revisiting the information and refreshing my memory on things about Sylvia Plath, because I love Sylvia Plath. And then I'm also reading Lily Collins's memoir called Unfiltered, No Shame, No Regrets, Just Me. I've only just started this, so I don't have too many thoughts. It's kind of that mix between this is what a lot of other inspirational things say and wow, this is truly inspirational. It's kind of contradictory. And then the other books I actually haven't started yet, but it's this trilogy, the Southern Reach trilogy by Jeff Vandermeer. Annihilation Here, the first book, has been turned into a movie and is coming out in 10 days or something like that. And it looks really good, even though I haven't watched the trailer because I haven't read the book yet, so why would I watch the trailer? I'm glad I haven't read the book yet and haven't watched the trailer, though. I'm not glad that I haven't read the book, but having not read the book yet, I'm glad I haven't seen the trailer because I've heard that there are things that seem like are in the other 2 books. So I just kind of plan on binging this and reading it all together and then watching the film whenever. Maybe I'll see it in theaters. I would like to see it in theaters. I really liked Ex Machina, which is by the same director, Alex Garland, and that would have been really cool to see in theaters. So I think I'm going to try to do that. Finish that trilogy by the time the movie comes out, or the weekend that the movie comes out. And then, here we go. For the finale of this video. EXO. Why did I pause for such a long time? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to smile a lot and get all giddy and really happy because EXO is happiness. So last year, K-pop took over my life. It took over my life. No words. Yeah, and EXO is my favorite K-pop group. I love them so much. Personal preference. They're just... I've looked up translations of their lyrics. I like their lyrics because to me, the lyrics are the most important part of a song, or the message of the song is the most important. Yeah, I just... their sound, they have a different sound for each album. I just really like it, and you should check them out, especially because they're performing the Olympic closing ceremony. It's really exciting. It's so exciting. I can't even speak anymore. Anyway, I have one album of theirs, and it's their winter special album from this past winter. It's called Universe. This is the cover. I'll show you the back. There's this. Yep. They're the members. Actually, there's 9 members though. Lay, he's the only Chinese one, and I'm kind of confused. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen comments that apparently he's like an ambassador. I don't. I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean that he's like an official like ambassador of China. I'm not sure what it means exactly. But also he made what? He also made a solo album and is a part of a couple of TV shows. I think one's like more of a reality, like singing competition type show, and then the other one is like a scripted show. So there's actually 9 members, but he wasn't a part of this album, or their album that came out last year. Like in June of last year, called The War. That one's so good. But specifically, it's kind of weird because they have like, there's like The War that came out in June, but then there's also The War repackaged, The Power of Music, that came out in like September. That one's really good. Yeah. I mean, it's the same album, but with like 3 extra songs. And yeah, I don't know why they do that. I guess it's repackaged is basically like special edition or something like that. Yeah. I'm just really excited. Specifically, I'm talking about EXO, but I do listen to a lot of other K-pop groups. I just love EXO, and I'm like hyping them. I'm hyping them so much, like Instagram posts, Snapchat posts, Facebook. My friends are probably like, "We get it, Bailey. EXO. They're my favorite." Like, honestly, I have one specific favorite thing. Like, music is my favorite thing, but that's very vague. That's so wide in general. But Twin Peaks is specifically my favorite thing. But I honestly think that EXO comes in like a close second. Like, it's crazy. Okay, I have to stop. But like, watch them. Watch them at the closing ceremonies for the Olympics. I think I'm gonna make a video of me like reacting to that, and like, I don't know, like a vlog or something like that, because I would be into that, as well as my dad totally said that he was gonna film me because obviously I just can't control myself because of EXO. All right, stay tuned. This was kind of all over the place. This was like last minute, but I really wanted to make this video and put it up like as soon as possible. So hopefully you enjoyed it. What have you been up to? What are you liking at the moment? And I will see you in my next video. Bye!